Hello, writers. This is a tutorial on how to add a claim and then evidence to your argumentative writing. So as you know, with argumentative writing, you have to take a side, a stance on a topic. You have to deliver a claim, which is really just your opinion on the topic. But an opinion is an opinion. It's nothing, it doesn't mean anything unless it is backed by evidence. So today we're going to talk about how to insert that evidence into your writing to make your argument stronger. As a quick reminder, this is just kind of the general structure of what we're looking for in blog entry number 2. You're going to begin with a hook. There's a different video that you can watch if you need some help getting started with this essay. You will state your claim. So obviously in your argumentative piece, you're going to clearly state your opinion on the point that is being argued. What are you talking about, and how do you as the writer feel about that topic? And then 3, you're going to find evidence to support your claim. You can find that evidence in a book, in a magazine, in an article. More than likely though, for this kind of short blog entry, you're just going to go to the internet. And we'll talk in class a little bit about what a good source is versus not a good source, reliable source, I should say. And then you're going to end by summarizing and restating your main points. So that's just the general 4-point requirement of this blog entry. That's the structure of what we're looking for here. Once again, what I mentioned earlier is that you can have a claim and you can have 1,000 opinions, but if you're not able to back your opinion with facts and evidence, then it's a weak argument and your writing will be weak. So I'm going to give you an example of a claim backed by evidence. And we're going to talk a little bit about something that might mean a lot to you as you approach your high school years, driving. So someday, soon, you might ask your mom or say to your parent at home, your adult at home, I should have a car because I'm responsible and it would allow me to help my family. That is a claim that is not fact-based. So the adult at home might say, I want to see some evidence. Give me some proof, some factual evidence that your point is true. When you say, I want a car, or I want to get my driver's license, or whatever it is you want, if you don't have evidence to back that up, then it's weak and you're not likely to change anybody's idea or opinion on that topic. So we were going to gather some evidence to support you getting a car. Your essay might follow this rough structure. You might start with your hook. You might begin by describing a time when your parents were really busy and they were very inconvenienced by having to drop everything and take you or your siblings to some sort of after-school activity or a friend's house. You might create that beginning by just inserting a little anecdote or a little true story, something that your family really experienced. And then you're going to come in with your claim, which is, again, an opinion and not a fact. And in this case, your claim might be something like, I'm responsible enough to have a car. It would allow me to help my family. So you're saying what your opinion on it is and kind of giving a little bit more information on something that your reader might benefit from. Reasoning, now this is something that's going to be personal. We're not quite ready to add a fact or something that we found from the outside to bring in. You might continue to support your claim by saying, I am responsible. I have earned straight A's for 3 years in a row while managing extracurricular activities and volunteer work. Again, that's something that's personal. It's a personal reason, and you haven't brought in any facts or evidence yet. But now we are going to bring in some facts and some evidence to support just how unique your situation is. According to a study by Harvard University, only 38% of American teens earn straight A's. This makes me more responsible than the average teen, and it proves my decision-making abilities. So now you've added some evidence, and you've even cited a Harvard University study to support your claim. But often one reason and one piece of evidence is not enough to change somebody's mind or to create a very tight argument. So sticking with the same claim, because your argumentative text only has one claim, now we're going to give a different reason. If I had a car, I could help transport my siblings to their activities as well. Okay, great. So there's another personal reason that this would benefit you and your family. Now we're going to find some more evidence to support this reason. According to the US Census in 2019, over 85% of teens spend at least 10 hours per week in after school activities. This makes it hard for families with multiple children to manage schedules. So, again, sticking with the same claim, a different reason because you want to have several reasons to support your claim, and then some evidence to support your reason. So, we're using that traditional kind of CRE format. And you're going to notice that the evidence that we used was obviously not our own. We didn't conduct those studies. And so we have to give credit where credit is due. We cannot commit plagiarism. Plagiarism is when you steal someone else's ideas and you don't give them credit for it. In argumentative writing, or really in any writing, it's okay to use somebody else's statistics and somebody else's research. In fact, that's what builds our case and makes it so strong. Like in a debate, you use other people's research to support your point. However, we do have to give them credit. So there are two traditional ways to give someone credit for their work. The first is to put the credit at the beginning of a sentence. So for example, you might start your sentence with, according to a study by Jane Smith at the University of Princeton, or according to whatever source you are about to cite or reference. You can put that at the beginning of the sentence. You still have to have a works cited at the end of the text, but this way you're letting the reader know right from the beginning that this was not your own work, but according to someone else's work, this is what you found. The other way, and this is called a parenthetical in-text citation, it's a little bit different. You put the credit at the end of the sentence. So you would go in with the fact, 72% of Americans are active on social media. And you don't know that. That's just not information that you traditionally carry in your head. So you have to put the last name of the person who conducted that research. And then again, at the end of the text, you put this. You don't put this immediately, right? So you put this at the end. This is your works cited. You would put this at the end of the text. And I'm going to ask you in this assignment to give me two works cited. So you're going to want to go ahead and keep track of where you're getting your information so that at the end of your blog entry, you can do something that looks exactly like this. We have, okay, oops, I made a little typo. I had to change that to Siegel because this author's last name is Siegel, not Lee. His name is Lee Siegel. So you would put the last name first, Siegel, comma, Lee, period, and then the title of the article, the source where the article was found, and then this is the date with a period at the end. And so when you're using an in-text citation, this is how that looks. The last name goes in parentheses at the end of the sentence. Notice the period goes not at the end of the sentence, but after the author's name. So for this sort of short blog entry, it's not a full argumentative essay, it's just a blog entry. I'd like you to show me that you can create a claim on the topic of your choice, that you can give sound reasons, that you can give sound reasons to support your claim, and that you can find and correctly insert two pieces of evidence to support your claim.